Six Flags Great Adventure has a major problem. 2024 had the potential to be one of the best years for the park in recent memory, but for several reasons that I will cover in this video, the park delivered an extremely underwhelming 50th anniversary. So let's jump right in with the obvious, the Flash Vertical Velocity. The Flash was the original new for 2024 roller coaster to celebrate Six Flags Great Adventure's 50th anniversary. This ride was unfortunately pushed back to 2025, which is the final straw that led me to making this video. Now I know this was a last minute addition, so to a certain point I am very understanding of the struggles. But as the days went by, the less and less likely the opening was. In all honesty, it's a boomerang coaster. How hard can it be to get this thing running? Now Cedar Point and Six Flags Over Georgia have had similar issues to this too. Who knew starting construction in May and letting an inexperienced manufacturer work on your ride would lead to problems? My biggest issue here is the fact the ride was all over promotions for the season passes. And now the fact it won't open just means they fooled everyone. This is a similar thing that happened with Steel Curtain at Kennywood, and that's a whole situation you could dive into in a separate video. Now I would be optimistic and hope for a turntable to help capacity, but I wouldn't count on it. This ride will most likely still open with just one train, so be ready for long lines. But there are way more important issues to address, so let's continue. While I'm semi-understanding on the Flash situation, there are plenty of inexcusable closures. Two rides that don't have the excuse of being a last minute addition. Renovations of these two rides were always the plan. So why is it the Giant Wheel only opened about 2 weeks ago without its new light package, I might add, and the Log Flume just opened as I record this video for the final days of summer? These are two major attractions that should have been open Memorial Day at the latest. You're telling me that Dorney Park, a lower tier Cedar Fair park, can build a brand new custom coaster for opening day in less time than it takes for Great Adventure, one of the top 3 Six Flags parks, to repaint and add lights to a Ferris wheel and Log Flume? The Log Flume specifically has been closed since 2023 for this renovation, so this snail-paced movement is just incredibly disappointing. But by far the most disappointing thing is how the park has operated its already existing rides all season. Constant closures, one train ops. This is not how one of the biggest parks in the chain should be run. King Dakar has been on and off, Jersey Devil has run one train most of the season, the whole Medusa area is a mess as I touched on earlier, a closed water ride for most of the season, one of 2 in the entire park I might add, a family coaster and a thrill coaster with one train ops more often than not. Speaking of, where's the Nitro repaint? Did they just decide not to even though they already repainted the trains? The 50th anniversary is something Great Adventure had time to plan, so the fact that they have only done so much is incredibly disappointing. The brand new path from El Toro to King Dakar is a major improvement, and I know that Dream Street is great. I know it is, my name is there. But those positives can't outweigh the negatives. 2023 was a great year for the park and it left me hyped for what the anniversary had to offer. But it's almost like they are prepping for a celebration that's already passed. I'm hoping that the 2025 season will be better, maybe even an amazing one. But as it stands, Six Flags Great Adventure blew their 50th anniversary. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and comment as it does help against the YouTube algorithm. If you're really into it, consider subscribing and checking out the hand-selected video popping up in the card right now. If that catches your eye, I'll see you there.